Here is everything you need to know before you watch the Cassian Andor series, and I appreciate some of you may have already seen episode 1, 2, and 3, because it does premiere with 3 episodes, by the way, but the vast majority of this information will still be valid in order to maximize your experience whilst watching the other 9 episodes, because yes, it will be 12 episodes long. And that brings me into point number 1 out of 3, the episodes. There will be 12 in season 1, and there will be a season 2 that follows the same pattern and will also be 12 episodes long, which I am beyond happy with, because the 6 episode formula we've seen on multiple occasions is very, very bad. The rest of the episodes will be released like one by one on every Wednesday, of course, although the storylines within the series are actually grouped up into 3, so we're starting off with 1 full arc, and then we have to wait a full 3 weeks for every arc or like small storyline within the series to complete itself. And season 1 will take place over an entire year, starting 5 years before the events of Rogue One, and season 2 will actually take place over the other 4 years, which is interesting. Secondly, the expectations. Early reviews for the series have come out because people have already seen like the first 3 or 4 episodes, as the premiere was the other day. So here is what's being said about it. Andor is the biggest departure from the quote Star Wars formula yet, and that is being said in a good way. It's dark, grounded, and mature, which may not please everyone, but most of the people that have seen it so far are very happy with it. It is being called the best looking Disney Plus original so far, so not just Star Wars, Marvel as well. And episode 3, obviously the final episode of the first arc, is said to be especially good after a relatively slow episode 1 or 2. However, that is to be expected, as it is the end of like a storyline within a storyline. The acting performances have also been highly praised alongside the characters that the actors are acting, particularly Cassian himself, Mon Mothma, and Luthen, which is Stellan Skarsgård's character. And speaking of characters, who do we know will appear? Outside of the 3 that I've just mentioned, of course. Well, returning characters, of course, Saw Gerrera was seen in the trailer, but he's pretty much it, because K2SO is not expected to appear in season 1, at least not until the end. So what about some new ones? Well, firstly, there is Marva Andor, which is Cassian Andor's mother, or adopted mother, I should say. There is Detra Miro, which is the female Imperial like security higher up that we see in the trailer. I'll show a clip on screen right now. There is Serial Khan, who is the like corporate police officer wearing like the blue and orange uniform, and his mother is also in the series, which is interesting. Then we also have another family member being Mon Mothma's husband. Then another addition to the many great droids in Star Wars. This one is called B2 Emo. And then finally, out of the characters that we actually know the name of and/or play a relatively big role in the series, we have Bix Caleen, who is again shown on screen right now. She's the girl seen with Cassian a couple times in the trailer and mentioned by Luthen in this clip.
I know Bix has a game. I know you bribe quartermasters to leave valuables on the ships before they come in for scrap, but this isn't that.
So I'm going to assume that she's pretty close with Cassian and has some history there. I think it's very interesting that multiple characters, like family members, are going to be shown in this series, so I expect family is a theme that's going to play a pretty big role in the show. And finally, everyone's favourite thing, cameos. Should we expect any? We've been told they're unlikely, and returning like big name characters, basically cameos, will only be seen unless it actually makes sense and benefits the plot, which is exactly what it should be. So I expect, or I think the most likely ones are Bail Organa, Palpatine, and Mas Amida, as we are going to Coruscant, so it would make sense. And not only are we going to Coruscant, we're going in the like Imperial Senate. Subscribe for much more content on the Cassian Andor series. Leave a like if you either learned something or enjoyed this video. And on a completely unrelated note, check out my ultimate Star Wars ranking. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.